Hey everybody, this is Lee from Bald Thoughts, where we teach you how to travel more, spend less, and live better. And so today we're going to be reviewing the Samsonite ECO-Nu Expandable Spinner. It's a really great suitcase that I was looking for something to replace my son's suitcase before he was using this thing from Skip Hop, right? This little monkey has been everywhere. We've traveled all over the world with it, but after using it for all these times, the zipper's falling off, everything else, and it's obviously quite dirty. From being all over the world, and so it's time to get something new, and we're just about ready to get rid of this one, so donate it to somebody else that maybe they can do some great adventures with it. So instead, like I said, it's time to get something new. My boy is 9 years old right now. It's time for him to get a big boy suitcase. The monkey was cool when he was young, but now he's going to be a big boy, and over the years he's not going to want to be rolling around with a monkey for quite a while, right? And so today we're going to look at the Samsonite ECO-Nu Expandable Spinner. It's so small that it actually fits underneath the seat. It's great to have an overhead suitcase and everything else, but once you start getting into tight quarters, or maybe you're getting on the plane later, the overhead bin space is gone. And so what are you going to do then? Next thing you know, like, you're sitting in row 10 and your bag is like way back in like row 30. And you got to wait till everybody else get off the plane so that way you can go get your bag and everything else. And it's like you're trying to walk back and everybody's walking forward to try to get off the plane. It's like a huge nightmare. It's not even worth it. So with something like this, it's really cool that it'll fit underneath the bag. I mean, underneath the seat. That way you have access to the bag. Maybe he has like some drawings or his iPad or other things like that he's going to want to be able to play with and have access to during the flight. That way, even if it is above our seat, the last thing I want to do is, like, maybe I'm sleeping or in the middle of working on a project. I have to stop what I'm doing. We got to get out of the seat. We got to take off our seat belts, and then get into the aisle, move him down. I got to get up, get into the overhead bin, come back, show it to him, make sure that he's happy with it, everything, and then put it back. And then when he's done with it, then you got to take it. It's just too much, right? The good thing is that the kids are young. My daughter's 5. Timmy's 9. And they don't need a lot of stuff. Even if they bring extra clothes in case of an accident or something like that, or multiple changes of clothes throughout the day, their clothes are really small. So they're going to easily fit into a 19-inch suitcase. And I think that's going to be the way for several years until maybe they're high school. Then we'll get them like a bigger size suitcase. So let's take a look at this suitcase here. The cool thing is, this thing was originally $270. I found it on sale. It was $80. And I just looked right now, right before I started recording this, it's available for $100. So for $100, getting a pretty good suitcase, right? A lot of good features. This one it still has all the tags on it and everything, so we'll take those off in a second. But the price was so good, I actually got one for my daughter too. So that way they each have their own suitcase. I don't want the sibling rivalry where it's like, oh, well, he got a new suitcase and I didn't, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it, right? Nobody wants to hear it. All parents, the last thing you want is like your kids bickering over something that really doesn't matter that much. So you know what? For the price for $100, or even when I got it on sale for $80, it's just get two. Get one for each. Even if the other suitcase would have lasted a little while longer, it's not worth the hassle. Just go ahead and get the other one. So set that one down. So let's take off some of the tags and get those out. So I literally just took it right out of the box right before this. So get rid of that tag. Do that. This one, say goodbye, and this one, say goodbye to. So now we got rid of the tags, everything else. So let's take a look. The cool thing what I really liked about this also, just as a parent of young children, I like that it's eco-friendly. All the inner linings, all the plastic materials inside, they're actually all from 100% post-consumer recycled material. So this actually, there's actually a tag on here that said, where'd it go? It said they've actually used 28 plastic bottles to make this bag. Here it is. There we go. So yeah, 28 plastic bottles to make the bag. That's pretty cool, right? So you got a lot of zippers, extra pockets, right? So this is good. You go fit stuff. Again, brand new, right out of the bag, right out of the box. So a lot of that stuff is in there. So you got a lot of space here. So that way it's like maybe your papers or an extra set of clothing. There's like a light jacket or something like that. Easily fits right in there. Zip that right back up. Another spot here, maybe like for your plane tickets or something, you know, your passport, easy accessible right there. What I really like here is, you know, when you go through security, we have TSA pre-check, so that's good when we're flying, you know, domestically. We can leave our liquids in our bag and don't have to take everything out. But when you're flying internationally, or for people that don't have TSA pre-check or global entry, you got to take your liquids out and everything else when you're flying. So this little bag, right, this little spot right here, boom. You know, it's pretty deep, a couple inches deep, you know, so you can easily fit your 311 liquids in there. So that's really cool. That's a great feature for when you're traveling. Again, it's all about reducing the hassle when you're trying to get through security. Same thing here. This handle, you know, whether you're getting it out of the car or pushing it up so that way you can get it up into the overhead bin. You get the handle here, you're carrying it, and the handle on top. So easily accessible to be able to carry it around and move it around, which is really cool. When you're carrying around and walking through the airport or through the streets on your way to the hotel, etc., telescoping handle. I like that it has two different spots where you can stop it at, right? So normal size, right, when you're an adult, you got extended all the way out, right? But what I like for the kids, roll it down, and now it's a shorter handle. So it's a little bit easier for them to carry without it being super far behind them, everything else. So I like that there's two different spots, so that way you can push it down. I mean, set it at the right spot, right? Now in the main compartment, what I like is that there's these zipper pulls that have little T's on them. Oop. So instead of trying to grab the little metal part, makes it easy to be able to yank it. I think probably especially when you got a lot of stuff in the bag and you're trying to squeeze it and you're like, oh, you're trying to pull on the zipper, you know, having that little T to be able to grab onto and get a good grip, that's a good spot there. So let's zip this up. Oh, unzip this. So inside, first off, you got a hidden expansion part. So right there, it's easily accessible. Open this up. So now we can open this part here. Now inside. So what I really like here is that this is a good spot for you to be able to put your shoes. So you don't want your shoes, like dirty shoes, you've been walking all over the streets, getting onto your clothes and everything else. You know, a lot of times people carry an extra bag, so that way they can put their shoes inside of a bag. But this spot here, good spot to be able to put your shoes, keep them off your clothes if you don't have something else to protect them. Another spot, got the zipper here. Again, you put some small items up here. This pocket isn't that deep. It only goes a couple inches. So that's more for smaller items there. One thing I like is that, you know, when you're trying to squeeze everything down into your suitcase and try to fit it all in, you have these straps, right? But when you're doing everything, when you're packing your suitcase, next thing you know, you unstrap them, right? So they're loose. And then you're packing all your clothes, When it comes time to actually put the straps on, you're like, oh, where are they? They're actually down underneath all your clothing. You're like, oh. Now you're trying to dig in there and everything's getting all messed up and your clothes are getting wrinkled and everything else. Oh, that's absolutely frustrating. So what I like is that what you can do, take the strap and it connects right there. So easy to find when it's time for you to be able to put, just boom, stick it off there, got there, and now you're ready to rock and roll again. So that's really good. You have another zipper pocket here. Maybe you have something that you don't want to lose, like maybe a business card from like a meeting you've been to, or like a ticket for a concert you're going to, something like that. Keep them in here, that way you can easily find them, and they're protected and they're not getting lost within all your clothing. So that's really good. And then let's close it up. Also, you have 4 wheels that easily spin around, right? and they're silky smooth, which is really good. They call them Saguaro Wheel System. They're lightweight, they roll easily, and it's just really cool. Overall, I think I really like the suitcase. I'm glad that I found it. You know, you hate to spend extra money. You already have you know, all the other things you're spending on, whether it's your flight, your hotels, the attractions and everything like that you're doing. So one last thing you want to do is spend like even more on a suitcase or other things like that. But again, the price was really good. It was like $100 today. I got it on sale for $80. I have lots of promo codes all the time, so I'm going to put a link in the notes below, so that way you can find whatever the latest promotions and deals are. I think shipping was free. You know, like we had, again, about 20% off on top of the lower price from the original price of $270. So great deals. There's, you know, they're always coming out with new technology, new suitcases, and everything else. So maybe this one's right for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's too small. You need something a little bit larger. Samsonite obviously has tons and tons of suitcase choices for you, different colors as well. Like this one's blue. Scarlett has the, what do they call it? Like burgundy or grape or something like that. I forget what the exact terminology was, but there's lots of choices, and overall, I think it's a great value. So really looking forward to being able to put this to use and you know, see how it goes. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Samsonite ECO-Nu expandable spinner. This one's 19 inches. They have other sizes. Again, from really compact all the way to something that's larger that must be checked in. So check them out. Well, again, we'll have links in the comments below for you to be able to find the right Samsonite suitcase that's right for you. So I hope you enjoyed the review. If you do, click like, send it to your friends, and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we'll see you next time. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.